Who would have thought? We got a Marvel video and a DC video. Except with DC, I gotta talk about this one first because, yeah, how it should have ended their thing again with Joker, Folie, Deux, and the fact that they did one this fast, I gotta say, eesh. I mean, I did hear that they said they're gonna be cutting out the theatrical release of Joker, and not gonna lie, it is kind of on digital right now and on demand, and I gotta say, damn, you guys failed this movie. I mean, to reiterate my thoughts about the movie itself, I'm like, okay, this isn't the sequel I would have wanted. Yeah, there's some flaws in here. I feel like there's some things that negate what happened in the first one and some contradiction. But the movie itself, I didn't enjoy it as much. But then again, it's like, yeah, this movie's not bad. And I feel like that first weekend really killed it. And I was gonna talk about it earlier on, but I have a feeling like I'm like, yeah, let me see how it can handle over time. But then another scary clown killed it, and I gotta say, damn, progress. But hey, how should have ended is here to right some wrongs, and let's take a look at how they thought Joker should have ended, or at least what could have been the movie which I know everybody wanted to see the Joker himself, but then again, I don't like the narrative that they made it so, oh, that Arthur isn't really the Joker. The Joker was another personality, that it wasn't him. I'm like, no, not really. No. If you want to hear my thoughts about that, I got a video and a spoiler talk where I'm like, yeah, you can go to them after watching this. So let's take a look. Their Logan video as an example.
Well, I was considering shying away until my death sentence trial and just daydreaming a bunch of unentertaining musical segments.
Yeah, that sounds super boring.
I know, right? I was just thinking the same thing. Okay, let's do it. Let's really get out of here.
You got it.
Oh, uh huh.
Arthur's gonna become Joker.
Oh, I see. They're really doing it like the whole what if Joker and Harley were real thing. Uh huh. This is what I kind of expected. But not really, because it's more of a realistic universe.
I don't know what else to say here.
Moy's gonna be in here, right, Mr. J?
Of course, darling, I'm obsessed.
And nothing is ever gonna take that spot. Not even a nemesis?
Only if they like to dress like a bat. But what are the odds of that ever happening?
Joker face.
And that's how we became supervillains and built our massive clown army.
And the best part is, all of that really happened, and this guy is actually the Joker.
Thank goodness.
Yeah!
Yes, otherwise your story would just end up being.
I wonder if they're gonna do a Transformers one now that one came out.
Don't care about the Joker, in which case your story could be an interesting commentary on mental health.
Boo. One wants that. My show's better.
Okay, at least they tried doing that little tiny little nod at the end. But yeah, not too bad. At least it's more like on the nose of what we wanted.
And I'm here now. What? You're supposed to be a kid right now.
I aged rapidly.
How?
Because I'm Batman.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And special thanks this episode to our Patreon sponsors. If you like the kind of cartoons we make, come join our Patreon for sneak peeks, behind the scenes looks, and more. Links are in the description. Bye!
They were so fast with this one too. I guess we weren't the only ones who thought this whole movie should have just been real from the start. Especially the fact that I like that in that very scene where they're watching that film in the movie, they were like, let's get out of here. And then it switches on into a whole new musical number. I don't know why, and I kind of did explain in my spoiler talk where I said I would have dug the fact that the same way we saw the delusion, like the hallucinations of him looking at his neighbor in the first film, in the second film, these would have been the little musical sequences where we would have had at least three. The intro where he's singing For Once in My Life, so at least it's like, oh, we see that's all in his head and that's how he sees it. We could have had that as the intro to acknowledge it. Hotel Arkham, the Harley and Joker show, and the whole thing with him in the courtroom to at least settle, okay, we got an intro Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. Those are our musical structures. That's how we're going to interpret the scenes. And this is going to be the key ways of saying, oh, this is the Joker scene as he's putting on a musical act for everybody, which is full of chaos in the meantime, too. But the movie didn't do that. But it's too late now. And for the most part, I could say, I guess this video is the thing that ends this whole Joker discussion with me because I'm feeling that, yeah, it's an okay duology. We see it in that way. For a duology like this, I would say, it's an okay Joker story. The first one was amazing. The second one, I gotta say, is a downgrade. But I wonder what could have been. Like, what could have been the movie we actually wanted, where we're like, oh, now that the Joker is out there, now we get to see Arthur go on a way of saying, okay, I'm insane. I'm here to cause some destruction, find my opposite, which is Harley Quinzel. Especially in this film where he's like, oh, he didn't even have to torture her or at least abuse her to actually make her his love interest. Nah, she was already infatuated with him from the beginning when she saw him. So it's like, oh, she knows what she wants. And that's what she kind of got in the movie. But for the most part, what happened happened, and it kind of sucks that a movie like that actually just went to streaming in less than 3 weeks. Which I'm like, okay, I didn't hate it that bad, but there's some people out there who are like, you know what, this movie ain't for me. And if I'm being honest with you, it kind of sucks, man. Hopefully, with Creature Commandos coming down the pipeline, that could actually interest people in the new DC universe. Especially the fact that I'm like, okay, that trailer at Comic Con killed, and I gotta say, everybody's hyped up on Superman. Hopefully, this is the one thing to actually say, you know what, we're back on DC's train again. Especially since Marvel's been, hit or miss lately. They got Agatha going on okay. Not strong, but at least it's okay, it's decent enough. They killed it with Deadpool earlier this summer, and hopefully they could try to at least make an impression with a couple of their upcoming projects, which is going to be the topic for the next one, so stick around for that. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. All my social media is down in the description below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.